All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, as well as hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. So, real quick video, man. Lord's will it be edifying. All right. Off the strength of this right here. Okay, this is an excerpt from an email that was sent out from one of the jobs I work. And basically it's concerning this No Kings protest, all right? It says, attention team, considering the recent civil unrest in California, protests across the country, and the scheduled national No Kings protest on Saturday, June 14th, please review the following important points to ensure ongoing preparedness and safety. So obviously, from this email, they're giving us a warning and some pointers on how to handle things Saturday while I'm at work, considering things are going to be hectic, or they're expecting things to get hectic or to possibly get out of hand. All right, so they're warning us to just be on point Saturday more than any other day. All right, and when I seen this, it's so much going on in the spirit, man. The scriptures tell you in 2 Ezra 16 that it's going to be like birth pains, contractions, man. And there's so many different spiritual birth pains happening in the earth that it's hard to just focus on just one thing. And considering everybody has been focusing on the majority of attention is on these riots and protests, my attention wasn't necessarily there, because the access to the information, the edification about it was just so abundant. I'm just like, when I get some serious downtime, I could actually really tap in and focus on that. And so I did ended up getting some downtime. And so I came home from work and I took a nap and I woke up to this email and I decided to look up No Kings protests. All right. And let's go to it and see what I came across. So I typed in on Google. Google has a new feature. Well, it's new to me. I don't understand what the fuck. Okay, so it was. Let me try it again. So I did look up on Google what the No Kings protest was, and they had a feature called Ask AI, and they just gave a synopsis. But let's see if this works. It says right here, No Kings protests against President Donald Trump's policies are scheduled in nearly 2,000 cities across the U.S. Saturday, as a military parade rolls in Washington for the Army's 250th anniversary, which is also Flag Day and Trump's birthdays. So, man, this government then concocted a hell of a day, man. They done put together some shit. Again, No Kings protests against President Donald Trump's policies are scheduled in nearly 2,000 cities across the U.S. Saturday as a military parade rolls in Washington for the Army's 250th anniversary. So this is strategic. So it's the Army's 250th anniversary, which you could if it's the Army's 250th anniversary, then that means a lot to America, because for 250 years, America's army has been killing shit, man. All right, Esau with that sword. So there's going to be a heavy military presence. All right. They're getting people used to a military presence, basically. Okay, it says Saturday as the military parade rolls in Washington for the Army's 250th anniversary, which is also Flag Day. Right, so it's also Flag Day and Trump's birthday, man. So they got all this shit rolled into one. So your boy Trump is a Gemini. All right, if you hip to that type of thing. All right. It says the protests organized by the 5501 National Movement are meant to counter what organizers call a day for Trump to feed his own ego as he turns 79 years old. Oh, shit. Trump about to have a hell of a birthday, man. He don't look that old, though, if I'm being honest. Here's what to know about the No Kings protest and the Army's D.C. parade. So we don't really care. Anyway, but let me see. Let's see what it says. The No Kings theme was orchestrated by the 5501 movement, a national movement made up of everyday Americans who stand for democracy and against what they call the authoritarian actions of the Trump administration. Right? So it says the name 5501 stands for 50 states, 50 protests, one movement. All right. So this is some. At the end of the day, you can bet your bottom dollar this is not a grassroots movement. This is some government backed bust in paid protest. You know. And if I had to take a guess, man, they banking on it being some type of anarchy, because you had people mentioning how there's been pallets of bricks sat out in different cities. Okay, they got the military presence ready. This is all aiding Esau and moving forward with his authoritarianism, his draconian measures, okay, and clamping down on the people even more, man. All right. So that's what the No Kings protest is. So they about to be protesting the policies of Trump, man. Okay. And it's all orchestrated. Okay. That pretty much covered everything, so I don't need to read them 2 articles. So let me grab this real quick. I want to show this. Oh shit, what we got going on here with the Wi-Fi? Let's get the Wi-Fi together. It's always something, man. It's always something. Still nothing. It's always something, man. And that's just how Satan do you, man. I've been so many different hindrances, man, trying to keep me from being in the spirit. So many different hindrances. Here we go. All right, so it's this guy here.
For $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th we're going to be protesting and we'll these are the streets that you need to be on, and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere, that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. It's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic. If I was to go take this money and go protest, it's not very American. It's not what I stand for. It's obviously not even, worth the time. But, $200 a day is what they're paying people to go protest. The corruption is up here because it goes way beyond these organizations. They want to destroy America, and people like me that need money are gonna go do it. I'm not gonna go do it, but people are gonna go do it. They're gonna go destroy, the city and cause chaos. It's just crazy that, they're even paying people to go do this. It just goes to show that everything we deal with is corruption, and these people at the top level, like, who's paying for this? There's got to be some billionaires paying for this so that, they could try to get Trump out or something. But, $200 a day to go cause chaos is like crazy. Not worth it, but also like really fucked up.
So yeah, man, it's orchestrated. It's orchestrated, which is the point. That was an excellent video he did, man, to aid us in our edification. Okay, it's orchestrated, and we expecting it to be so much turmoil. All right, that Saturday. All right. So this coming Saturday, and today is Thursday night. So with that being said, it's crazy. This fucking Wi-Fi keeps going out. That being said, though, we're gonna get into the scriptures because it's all biblical, it's all prophetic. Okay. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself." All right. Now you measure the time by way of studying the prophecies, okay, and lining them up to the things that are actually happening in actual life, to let you know how close we are to the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay. It says, "And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Now, right here, what it means when it says the highest will begin to visit the world, the Lord's going to visit the world by way of plagues, pestilences, turmoil, uproars of the people, famine, just evil, man. Evil's coming upon the earth, man, and it's going to be being brought by who the world ignorantly calls God. Okay. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world." That's what we seeing right now, man. Uproars of the people. Okay. It says, "Then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." So these things that are happening in the earth right now were written from the beginning of time. Okay. The scripture say that the Most High declared the end of times from the beginning of times. Okay. So that's what we're about to see, man. We're about to be seeing uproars of the people. Okay. And what are they protesting? Right. This is a prophecy right here. 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Even though it's orchestrated, it's still the will of the Most High. All right. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Okay. So Esau is creating the atmosphere for sedition. All right. He's paying people $200 a day to go protest and tear shit up in an economy where they can't even afford to eat. They can't afford rent. All right. You got all these kids that they just fucking kicked out of Job Corps, man. They have no place to go. They have no money. All right. These are the type of people that are gonna go take that $200 a day to protest and tear shit up, man. Okay. It says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Okay. So people are disregarding their kings and their princes, which is their rulers. All right. And what is this protest called? It's called the No Kings protest. Okay. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right. So the course of people's actions is going to stand in the power that they have, according to however much firepower they have, a throwing power they have when it comes to them damn bricks they got sitting out there. They say there's strength in numbers. All right. So we seeing it all come to pass. Okay. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And the reason that's going to happen is because these people are about to go out here, all right? Esau's hope is that they're going to start acting their ass, and he's going to be able to introduce martial law, okay? More draconian measures, curfews, okay, to come down harder upon these American people. Now, they're protesting. They're doing a No Kings protest where they're protesting authoritarianism. But what they don't understand is, going back to 2001, these people already signed over all their rights. So now these are just the last remnants of their rights that Esau is siphoning from them, okay? And paying them to take their rights. So these people are stupid, man. Simple as that. All right, I want to grab this real quick. Daniel 7:7. It says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. Okay, and this fourth beast is talking about the Roman Empire. Okay, it says, and dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And this is the point that I want to get right here. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Okay. So, the Persians, the Medo-Persian Empire, okay, the Greek Empire, these empires that came before the Babylonian Empire, okay. The reason what made these empires that came before the Roman Empire, what separated the Roman Empire from the other three empires is we're gonna grab it in First Maccabees chapter 8, but the Roman Empire didn't rule by way of just a blatant king or Caesar, or by way of a successor. Rather, meaning I'm a king, and when I die, my son take my place, and then when he die, his son take his place. It wasn't the Roman Empire didn't run like that. Okay. So let's go. Let's get it right here. So the Roman Empire was ran the same way that America's ran, and America is the second leg of the Roman Empire. Okay. This First Maccabees 1:8-1. It says, now Judas had heard of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them. All right, and that sounds like America when you think about it. The scriptures talk about how America heapeth unto it all nations. Okay, but when you go down to verse 13, or is it verse 16? Yep, it's verse 13. It says, also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom, Salaki, it says also whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, in whom again they displace. Finally, that they were greatly exalted. Yet for all this, None of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple. This is concerning the Roman Empire, the rulers that ruled. It says none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house. All right. It says wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people to the end they might be well ordered, man. And that's the illusion, the same illusion that America comes in. All right. So in the Roman Empire, they had 120 to a senate. In America, they have 100 people to a senate. Okay. And like they say, man, they tell you it's for the people. All right, for the good of the people. And that's really just the excuse that's being used. Okay. It says consulting always for the people to the end they might be well ordered. All right. And we know that that's cap because this government is not well ordered. All right. It says, and that they committed their government to one man every year. All right. America commits its government to one man every 4 years. All right. It says, and that they committed their government to one man every year who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one. All right. And that's what you're seeing here in America concerning Donald Trump. Okay. Concerning Joe Biden, these different presidents that come and go. It says, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. All right. So America is following the same blueprint of the Roman Empire. All right. They're not calling Donald Trump a king, a Caesar, but he's being propped up as one. All right. But technically, that's what he is. He's the king of America. He's the king of Babylon. All right. So moving on. These different rulers that are set up, whether they do good or do evil, which we know in this world, everything's corrupt. All right. Even throughout all of history, it's the different rulers that came and went. Were set up by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people mourn. So the state of the people and how happy people are is directly connected to who's ruling. All right. And we know that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, who was Esau, Edom. Okay. So the people are not rejoicing. They're mourning. Okay. And like I was saying earlier, if you're going to pay people $200 a day to go out and protest, throw bricks, fuck up stores, burn cars in an economy where people can hardly afford gas, rent, groceries, their utilities, their car note, their mortgage, the credit card payments, people are going to gladly take that, man. Because for one, they already pissed off. And for two, they need the money. And for three, they stupid as hell. Okay? All right. So we see the play that's being ran. All right. Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Who's the king? Right? Donald Trump. Okay? He's the face, at least. He's the face he's been held up as the face of America, but he's not calling the ultimate shots. All right? These rich elite banking families are who's calling the shots. Donald Trump is nothing more than a puppet. Okay? The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. But to these people, you know what I'm saying? These people that's not in the know, they don't know that Trump not calling the shots. They don't know that he's a puppet. They still believe in this false illusion of democracy. Okay? So the decisions that's being made by way of this government, a.k.a. Trump, all right, are coming straight from the Heavenly Father himself. The king's heart, meaning his mind, his lob in the Hebrew, is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay, so the Lord's controlling everything. All right, all of these different, what do you call it? Executive orders. Okay, that's the Lord, man. All right, believe it or not, take it or leave it, man. All right. So here's the definition for authoritarianism: because this is what these people supposed to be protesting. Fucking moth. He evaded death. I almost stepped on his ass. But anyway, authoritarianism. It says the enforcement of or advocacy of strict obedience to authority at the expense of personal freedom. Okay. He warned against the intrusion or authoritarianism in various countries. All right. And that's what's coming, man. All right. They're getting ready to take away the last little rights that these Americans have. Okay. And subject them. They're going to be dealing directly with draconian measures, man. Militaries in the streets. Okay. Not being able to go to another city without going through a checkpoint. Okay. You name it, man. Okay. You go